Good evening. Good evening, everybody, live from Melbourne, Florida. It's Saturday night. It's me, Mitch. How you doing? How you doing? People are starting to show up here on Saturday night. Good to see y'all. Good to see you. I had thought about, and I may do it. I go on YouTube. I'm sure they have a YouTube video with the opening to Saturday Night Live with Don Pardo yelling out live from New York, and I can actually make myself a little intro out of that. So I think I might do that. That would be kind of fun. I'm hopeful that this Saturday night thing gets popular and becomes a fixture that the people can count on. Not all of us go out on Saturday nights. We're going to have a little panel tonight. Appreciate it if you'd come in here. And I'm also going to try to keep it to a 1 hour deal. 1 hour is enough. I think I say leave them wanting more. So I'm going to put the link to the panel in the chat. I mean, see how many people come in the green room, and then we'll get started. Let me pin that to the top of the chat so it stays up there and anybody can find it. There you go. There you go. Wow, we got 60 people here already. Wow, wow, wow. Not bad to start with. And Rick, I didn't watch your whole live stream today, but I did watch a little of it. And I see that Milton has turned into an attack cat now. Well, I tore up your leg. Oh man, I had a parrot that was the gentlest, sweetest thing, and she got to be about 6 years old, and they start coming into their sexual maturity at 6 years old, and sometimes they get mean. And my parrot, who I love so dearly, got mean. It's all hormonal, but she got mean, and she started biting the hell out of me. And it just kept getting worse. So I had to get rid of her. And that was probably one of the reasons why I don't have pets anymore. So I'm sure Milton was just having a bad day. I hope he survives, but I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that. At any rate, that's about all the Carnivore YouTube stuff I looked at today. I didn't see if anything's going on that I don't know about. Tell me about it. Let me know. We had, I'm going to have to get used to the new names that YouTube's given so many of you. It says, this is Mike Sealer Jr. from Tampa Bay. Wow, wow, wow. And good evening, good evening. Primitive Farm Mom has entered the studio. Hi, be with you in a little while. Let me say hi to some people, and then we'll get people in the panel. Hey, somebody new and a girl to boot. Come on, guys, come on in. And Jerry's here, Carnivore Jerry, in my best Don Pardo voice. Yeah, live from Melbourne, Florida. It's Saturday Night with Mitch, as the band plays the intro. Yeah, I need to record that. Mandy Beddoes, see you soon, and Sandy Blythe, see you soon. And these are still at 6 o'clock. This is at 6 o'clock this afternoon. Mike Silly from Melbourne. Hi, Mike. How are you? And Jem checked in. Good to see you, Jem. Who else? Ellen checked in. She's not going to be here tonight. Ellen is going to the show of some sort. But I'm glad she checked in to say hello. That was nice. And Jem again. And Juliet is here. Hi, Juliet. Juliet Eaton's good to see you. Good to see you. Mary M's with us. And who is this? Twyla. Hi, Twyla. How you doing? Let me get my seat up here a little bit closer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And visual keto. Visual keto. I don't understand that. I see. Oh, it says ad card. She's talking to a carnivore Jerry. Okay, I get it. I get it now. And she said, hello from the middle of Midwest Cedar Rapids, Iowa, home of the largest cereal mill in the world. Oh, wow. What a claim to fame. So we were all grain-fed as kids. Well, most of us were grain-fed as kids. That's just the way our world is set up these days. And net energy, is that a net AP? I have no idea who's who anymore. Wow. Wow. Aaron is here. I know who you are. How you doing, Aaron? Good to see you. Rick is here, says, it's been a busy day for me. And Jim checked back in. Mitch at Mitch's, good evening. Yes. Hope it will be fun. And let me see who I didn't say hi to. Lizzie. Hiya, Lizzie. How you doing? This is funny. Julie says, was watching a movie with Doug. I snuck off to watch Mitch. I give him a good 20 minutes before he will even notice. How about that? That's funny. And here's Loudburns. Jessica love a 12-ounce ribeye, but I don't know who that is. Are you somebody we know of from a different name or somebody who hasn't been here yet? And then Primitive Farm Mom, who is waiting in the green room, will be with us. She checked in. Sandy Blythe. It's so hard to read these green. They wouldn't have put these things in that dark green text. Linda Price is here. Hi, Linda. How are you? Patty Godbold. How are you, Patty? Good to see you from Texas. Francine is here. Hi, Francine. How are you? Good evening from Canada. And Tanya. Tanya, good evening. How are you, sweetie? I got to strain to read these things. This is Marla Kelly, I think. Yes. Look at what they've done to the names. Holy cow. Jerry Hall. Hi, Jerry. How you doing? Good to see you. And Richard Williams. Williams is here, and I'm not getting too far in this chat here. I sort of chat up a storm. I guess when I start that countdown 5 minutes early, it gives everybody a chance to get started. Jem, I see a new question. Jem says, question, Mitch, how was your day? Oh, well, I had a good day. Had a good day. The girl came clean my house today. I stayed out of her way. Went for a long walk. Well, long for me lately, but had a nice walk today. Went a little further than the last time, and it was a beautiful, beautiful weather. Well, listen, I don't see anybody else coming into the chat, so, and I haven't met Farm Mom yet, so I'm going to have to bring her in unless she gets bored and goes away. Lizzie bought me a coffee. Hi, Lizzie. Thank you so much. Very nice of you. Very nice of you. No message, just Lizzie. Come on, guys. The chat. Somebody come in here. I don't see Peter. I guess Peter's not here. Maybe he's working. See less junk, more health. John, Together Strong, says, hello, everyone. Scott Iverson. How you doing? Good to see you. Not sure why it doesn't use my Scotter name anyway. They screwed up everybody's name, Scott. It's terrible. It's terrible. They're using a YouTube channel name now, I think, or the YouTube username instead of the channel name. So I'm having an awful hard time figuring out who's who. Well, let me go ahead without further ado and bring in my one guest. So this might turn into an interview show. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me set it up. Here you go. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
It just so happens I'm doing good. I am making your cod, by the way, your breaded cod right now. That just happens to be what I'm making for dinner,
Oh, that's
which
terrific.
is
I'm
funny.
flattered. And what's your first
Yeah,
name?
so I've got the my name's Cassie. I've
Kathy.
had a
Okay.
Cassandra for Cassie.
Cassie. Cassie with an
But
S. Yeah,
I
I
well,
got it.
but yeah, yeah. Yeah, Cassie one time, not Cassie three times. Yeah, Cassie. But I've had a lot of channel names. But pretty much, I started a carnivore challenge for myself of 30 days and started a YouTube channel at the same time. And that was about, oh, sorry, 1 second. And that was about 4 months ago. That's my son. There's my son. You want to
Hi,
say hi
kid.
to everybody, Ben? Hi. No, no, no. Anyways. Um, and so I started this channel. I started the carnivore diet. This is one of my twins. But long story short, about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I went up to 180 with my pregnancy.
Okay.
And got it off with a very low carb keto approach. And then I kind of stalled out and I kind of gave up. And I went to my next pregnancy a few years later with my son, who's now just over 3. And same thing, went up to 180. And I'm 5'3". And during this time, my husband had an open quadruple bypass
Oh my God.
after 12 years or so of having multiple heart attacks. He's a lot older than me. I'm 36, but he's almost he's like 68. I can't keep track. We have a
Holy
really
cow.
big age
Okay.
gap.
That is a
And
big age gap. Yeah.
so I've been yeah, so I've been watching, I've been like trying to live like a normal life as a 30 something year old having kids, but at the same time watching the medical facility fail my husband.
Oh
He has
wow.
late stage heart and kidney disease. We've been told we don't know how much time that he has. They can't do anything more. And all they do is pump him full of all these statins that don't help him. And we've gone on and off of the statins and trying to get him some relief because they make him feel like crud. And he's so sick and tired that he just, has given up on doing anything, remotely related to diet. The brief time when he was open to it, we tried the vegan diet and that completely failed. I've tried a vegan or a plant-based approach like a million times over just for like vanity weight or running or whatever. And on a vegan diet, I would run 70 miles a week and I couldn't, fudge a few pounds. And I wasn't overweight at that time. I was like 145 pounds at 5'3", but I was kind of pudgy and I didn't understand why my body wouldn't cooperate with me when I was so active on top of working as a contractor all day. And so I am so bewildered and so upset about what's happened to my husband. And I want to plead with anybody, if you're considering statins or if you're already on statins, to know that you don't have to go that route. That I personally don't think that they're going to help you, and that if you are inflamed, if you're dying, if you're sick, to please just get the carbohydrates out of your diet.
Oh wow.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, you sound passionate about that, and
so,
and of course I agree with you
but,
100%.
but, so I'm on one hand I'm doing this channel and because of I've seen too many people that have died because my husband is older. Most of our friends are older, and we had a close friend a couple of years ago that died of heart and kidney disease. Who was also diabetic. And I think it's really interesting that there's a lot of people that aren't diagnosed as diabetic, yet they have heart and kidney disease that takes them out. And I think my husband is an undiagnosed one. But I did carnivore selfishly for myself because I wanted to see, what my body could do. And I've been silently subscribed and watching Ken Berry and Dr. Anthony Chafee and you, Mitch, and No Carb Life. And I mean, it goes on and on. Who I've been watching over the last few years, but I couldn't get past a few days. And what I want to stress and strain is if you can get past. For me, it was 5 days. If I could get through 5 days, I mean, I just started to feel amazing. And after 6 weeks, I went from 139 down to 122, which
Wow,
was
wow.
really incredible for me at 5'3".
How
But
about
since then, but then I started thinking, oh, I should add in a few berries or like a little bit of lettuce on my eggs. And so I've really seen what that does, how that does not work for me personally. It's not that people can't have those, it's that it's put me on a roller coaster. And I've tried to document that. I have about 300 videos of me eating meat and eggs, and then me talking about how things as simple as like some berries can really throw me off. But I just want to say I appreciate all of you, and I'm really grateful to connect with you. And I know I'm not the only one on here, so I will be quiet. But I'm so excited to like talk to you in real time. So,
Well, that's
anyways,
great.
this
That's
is
great,
Laura.
and
Yeah,
I, I
yeah,
I know how you feel. I know how you feel because
yeah.
one blueberries are my downfall, and I just got to stay away from them, or else I fall into a blueberry pit. I get all purple. You know, it's terrible. Well, listen, how many kids have you got? How many
I've
kids do
got
you
three.
have?
So I've got twins. I have three kids. So my husband, he did the old hepatitis C treatment, I won't say the name of it, but the old Hep C treatment, and that's what did his heart and his kidneys in. And within four
No,
months, he was
jeez.
crawling on the floor, like he could not finish the treatment. He was supposed to do it for 6 weeks, and he
Wow.
couldn't finish it because you're supposed to drink 2 gallons of water a day in order to flush out the toxins, and he didn't do it. And then a year later, my brother died, and then my husband had a heart attack within the same month, and it just started the spiral with his heart and his kidneys and his thyroid. But he was very active. He ate like a balanced diet, healthy balanced diet. Didn't eat too much. Was never overweight, and just I mean, nothing has worked. Nothing has worked for him.
Well,
But we did IVF. So we were married over a decade, and we ended up doing IVF because the Hep C treatment made it impossible for us to conceive because it took his fertility away. So we ended up doing IVF, and I got poked and prodded, and we had our miracle babies. And everybody criticized us because what are you doing? Your husband's dying, and And I just went, well, it's not like I'm going to divorce my husband because he's sick, and I don't want to not have kids either. And so, you know, it is a magical adventure. Get
yeah.
some
Hey,
popcorn
all
and
right.
hang out for the ride.
Let me interrupt you and introduce the other people we have here. We have
Okay.
Aaron
Yeah,
to
I'm
your right,
sorry, I'm running my
and
mouth.
Aaron's got 10 kids. 10. Count them, 10 kids. Hi, Aaron. How you doing, sweetie?
Hi, Mitch.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Hello.
How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. And then we have what's his name? I know. Rick. Oh, it's Rick. Yeah, he's a new guy. Nobody ever heard of him. So Rick's
That's right.
making his
Yeah,
carnivore
never heard of him.
debut. He's making his carnivore debut tonight, and but the burning question is Milton still with us?
Yes, Milton is
Okay.
actually relaxed.
All right,
Although he
good.
tore my leg up pretty
I
good.
I saw that. I saw that today. We showed it off on your live stream. Wow, he unbelievable. What got into him?
I think he bit into the extension cord. I found the extension cord with holes in it. I think that's what he did. He got an electric shock and then
Oh
went
no.
totally wild.
Well, I had cats used to chew on used to chew on those things too. So I don't know what it is the cats, but they like chewing on electrical cables.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good to see you tonight, and Gary's here. No slow. Hi, Gary.
Hey everybody,
How you doing, man?
hi Lauren.
Well, we got a couple of young ladies in here tonight. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, right. So, Aaron, what's new with you?
Not much, Mitch. Just hanging out. Yeah, we're hanging out with Flash. He hunted me down. I was like, I could go live in the kitchen, but it was kind of loud. So, 10 kids. So I went outside and followed.
I followed you back.
He was like, where are you going? Car was up.
Oh, there's
My
Nolan.
grandma had 9 kids. I feel for you. That's amazing
Wow.
that is amazing. Amazing. I think
I've
it's
got
so
stuff-
awesome to see women embracing having kids.
I see we got Lori Wisely. Hi, Lori. How you doing? Standing Foot is here. My cat chewed the Christmas tree lights. Oh, God, yeah.
That was not.
Chevy Chase movie.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like it.
Okay.
Keto Simple is here. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Well, here we are on a Saturday night. So what's new with you, Rick?
Well, after I had cut my live stream a little bit short because I went to our local ham radio free flea market. It was smaller. It's getting smaller every year. I think the ham radio is just disappearing. Everybody's dying off, and we're not getting any young people in the ham radio hobby. And I picked up, some cheap VHF radios. There was like a whole box of them for $10. And a
Oh,
record
yeah.
player.
Wow.
I can't resist a good deal. Just
They don't
all
make them
kinds
like
of
they
stuff.
used to.
That is true.
When I was flying, of course, I always had a little handheld aviation radio, Icon, the one we're made by Icon.
Yep.
But I never got much into ham radio.
I was into it for a while, but I kind of got out of it because it was just so much time, keep everything working, and then the antenna broke. I'll get my call sign back and go. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it when I move.
Well,
It was kind of fun.
it used to be, the appeal. I remember ham radio growing up. These guys, that's where the name Radio Shack came from. These guys all had buildings, shacks that with their radios in them, and they had just benches full of radios, and the ceilings and the walls were covered with call cards, just that they got from people all over the world that they talked to. And this is when, if you wanted to talk to somebody far away from you, you had a big phone bill if you could call them, especially international. So ham radio was a big deal, and people used to CQ, and they go on there and they sit there all night long just going through the frequencies, trying to find somebody to talk to. Now,
Internet.
WhatsApp. Let's see, I want to talk to somebody in the Congo in Africa, okay? Dial the number, boom. Hey, how you doing? And it's a picture, you got a picture and everything. So it's no wonder that ham radio is dying out.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, this has replaced a lot of that stuff. So
A really
never-
big ham radio convention in Dayton, Ohio, and I think it happened around May, maybe like the 14th or something. It was a big deal. People would come in from all over, and there'd be so much business, and it was ham radio. It's all about the ham radio. Sorry, cut you off.
oh yeah, they had it was a big thing, but again, now even with Starlink and so many of these internet satellite providers, the infrastructure is not likely to go out when there's power failure on the ground or something like that. So the likelihood, but people still listen to ham radio. People in emergencies still play quite a role in communication, and especially people that live out in the sticks. And
EMP would wipe out all the satellites.
Right here.
yeah, it would have to be a pretty high altitude. It would have to be something that comes solar or something like that, because I doubt that anything that went off in our atmosphere would hit the satellites 100 miles up. I don't think it would hurt them, but all the ground stations will be toast, unfortunately. But it's not long now. They're starting to get the cell phones themselves at least limited to text. I think a text right now or something like that, to very low data applications are beginning to feature apps that communicate with satellites. I imagine they're building the appropriate antennas into the cell phones. It boggles the mind. It's like GPS. It boggles the mind how a signal so weak come from satellites can be received so cleanly by an antenna that's in your cell phone, in your pocket, and moving all over the place at the same time, and give your location within 5 feet or 10 feet. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, speaking of phones, my phone just went ding. I'm getting a lot of emails from, who is this from? Oh, from Ron. Ham radio has been replaced by prosciutto radio. Oh, we have to be, that's funny, Ron. That's funny. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
ribeye radio.
what's that?
Get some ribeye radio.
Ribeye radio, yeah. Well, that's not ham, though. See, prosciutto is ham.
It's true.
Francine B bought me a coffee. Hi, Francine. Have a good coffee with a cigar on your porch tomorrow morning. Oh, okay. If I have to, I'll do it for you, Francine. Yeah.
Speaking of cigar, did
Yeah.
you remember that they had? I think it was a black man. He was the oldest World War II veteran, and I believe he lived to 111 or somewhere around there. And he smoked a bunch of cigars. You remember him?
No, I don't. But some of the oldest guys I've ever known in my life I met through cigar smoking.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather, 102, he smoked cigars, 3, 4, 5 cigars every day, as long as I knew him. I think as long as you don't really inhale them, you're okay. You're not drawing that stuff into your lungs.
Mitch, you got me smoking 1 cigar a day now.
Oh, well, God. And here I am corrupting all the children,
Not this one.
I know.
Unlike you, I don't have like an expensive taste in cigars. I look
Yeah,
for the cheapest ones I can find online, and so I pay like $1.69 for a box of seconds or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Well, then as long as you're not a kind of don't become a connoisseur, or you won't be happy with anything less than a $10 or $12 cigar, because it's easy to spend that much.
Right. I'll
Yeah.
stay with the cheap. Don't worry.
So now I got everybody in the chat talking about cigar smoking. DS111 says, I have never smoked, and I'm still alive. Well,
Me too.
I've smoked a cigar or two, but yeah.
oh, good for you. Good for you.
They're good.
I've known a lot of ladies that smoke cigars. It's a very relaxing thing to do. And the problem, if you try to go from cigarettes to cigars, you have a tendency to want to inhale. Whereas if I even accidentally inhale even a little bit of smoke, I cough my brains out. I never smoke cigarettes. So I've never inhaled. And I just puff it out and smell it. And I'm sure I get a little secondhand smoke, but we get so much pollution and everything else. I don't know. I've had a number of doctors, not that, I hate to say a doctor told me, because I don't think they know anything either. Or most doctors I know are completely ignorant about any nutritional stuff. So, they're not experts. They just regurgitate the crap that they're taught. And they're taught so much propaganda. But I've had a doctor tell me, he says that he thinks that if you don't inhale it, the relaxation benefit of it is beneficial. You get to sit down and you relax, let off some stress. That's why all the men used to sit around after dinner. They used to smoke cigar, have an after dinner drink like a cognac or port wine, and just mellow out. So, at any rate,
I'm
it
seeing
kills
Al
me.
Pacino in The
Yeah.
Godfather.
Oh yeah. Well, all the gangsters on TV smoke cigars. That's for sure. All of them.
Right.
Tony Soprano. All of them do. Sandy Vice. Many years ago, I smoked a lady's pipe. I smoked a pipe for a while until every piece of clothes I've had looked like Swiss cheese. Because when you smoke a pipe, you're always spewing ash, lit embers, and you end up with holes in all your clothes. So, and it's rough on the teeth. You clamp a pipe between your teeth. It's like a fulcrum. It pushes up on your back teeth and down on your front teeth, and it can screw you up. So, I when I got out of the Army in 1970, I had started smoking a pipe my last year when I was in the service. Everybody in my company did. It was the thing to do. If you didn't smoke a pipe, you weren't cool.
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yep. So I started smoking a pipe, got out of the Army, and it was just rough on my teeth, and I kept burning up all my clothes. So I said, well, my grandfather smoked cigars, so let me try them, and I really like the cigars better. So how long is that? 1970 to today. That's what, 55? Yeah, 55 years. Wow. 55. That's how old my son is. I must have started smoking cigars right after my son was born, because he just turned 55 on the 14th of November. So I still haven't gotten used to that yet.
2 years younger than me.
You mean you're older than my son?
Yeah,
Oh, wow, yeah.
57 and a half.
And a half. Yeah, you can't forget the half. I'm 78 and a half now myself. I've officially hit the halfway mark. I was
I'm
born in May.
36 and a half.
36 and a half. Oh, wow. I think my shoes are that old. 36 and a half.
You need
Wow.
to get some new shoes.
Yeah. That's my
I wish
joke.
my
you know.
shoes would last that long. Oh my
No,
God.
I'm joking. That's my joke when somebody comes and says I'm 35. I look at them and say I have underwear older than you. You know. Everybody's
No, I
talking about cigars.
I feel pretty old at 36. Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't even remember where I was at 36. I'm trying to remember now. Keto Simple says I'll be 46 and a half on Christmas Day. It's a good thing we're counting those. The halves used to count when you were young. When you were like 6, somebody who was 6 and a half was a senior. Was somebody who's really senior to you. But I keep wondering why. I usually end up, once I get over the 6 months, I usually end up rounding up to the next birthday. I don't know why that is. Most people want people to think they're younger. I was always very proud of my age. I view it as a merit badge almost.
Me too.
I've survived for. So people say now, how old are you? I say, well, going on 79. Or like Sean Baker does. Sean Baker has been pushing 60 for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Think about it. I'm pushing 60. He was 57 and he was pushing 60. So by those rules, I can say now that I'm pushing 80. And I'm a year and a half away. So from 80. Now that I've never been scared. I've never thought any number was ever significant. None of them ever bothered me. Not 30, not 40, 50, 60, not even 70. But the thought of 80.
80 probably did.
Maybe by the time I get there, I
You
will
should be
have
proud
gotten
to
used
be
to it.
turning 80, Mitch.
Well, I am proud. I am proud of it.
You should be
Because
proud. Yeah. Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
what other carnivore YouTubers, what other YouTubers, period, in any genre do we have out there? Well, there's a couple of them that are almost 80 years old and still doing live streams and things like that.
Not many.
No. So,
Well, this is the thing
yeah.
about diet is you've got a bunch of people in their 20s or 30s or 40s saying whatever they want to say is true about diet, and they can say whatever they want because it doesn't really catch up to you. But when you
No,
get older, every year that you're doing something with your diet or you're not doing something with your diet, it affects you a lot.
Oh,
So I
there's
think
no
it
doubt
says
about it.
way more about how the carnivore diet affects you.
Well, absolutely, because that's why when an 18-year-old cheerleader vegan comes on and gives me diet advice, on YouTube, I say to myself, yes,
Right.
wait to get to be 50 and come back and tell me how it's working out for you,
Right.
Because any teenager,
Exactly.
any 20-year-old can eat almost anything they want, and
Yeah.
they're not gonna get sick from it at 20. They're still growing, for God's sakes, at that age. That's why I started this stuff at an older age, because it's the people that are 50, 60, 70 that need to be thinking about this stuff, because that's when you really start to suffer from it. Just ask any of us, except Rick. Rick has been doing it for a long time. Gary, straightening you out. How old are you, Gary? 25, 28?
Yeah, just turned 56, Mitch.
56, yeah.
Younger than me.
Wow. Yeah, 56. It's hard to tell with all that beard, It's hard to tell anybody's age accurately.
My beard just turned 1.
One 1 year,
I started growing it in
Aaron, what's your son's name? What's your son's
Flash
name right
Gordon.
there?
Flash Gordon. Flash.
Flash Gordon. What a cutie. Hi, Flash.
Hello.
Can you go bring this to your daddy?
Hello.
You think he can handle that?
let me get rid of that. No, it's
I
not over the
did.
top
Oh,
of
I
you. I
did.
got that Mitch. I got my logo up there in the corner, but it's not over the top of you. But I'll get rid of it anyway. Let me see here. There we go. Okay. Well, how are we doing? We got 69, 70 people here tonight. Well, that's not too bad for a Saturday night. The first one of these Saturday night things that I did, we had 130, 40 people. So either they find it boring, or everybody's busy, or maybe it's the holidays, or who knows? It's Thanksgiving week.
It's
maybe people are traveling.
Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving.
coming up,
Everybody's spun. Yeah.
Yeah. But listen, it's not bad.
Trying to act
70,
like
80
they're
people.
not spun.
70 or 80 people isn't bad. It isn't bad. I really didn't have anything in particular to talk about. Wanted to keep it to an hour. Jem says 80 is the new 60. Yeah.
Right.
And this is after a stroke too. That's the amazing thing is that I was so much better, in much better physical shape before the stroke. It's a very long time coming back from it.
I remember.
But even after the stroke, I'm still in better shape than most people my age who haven't had a stroke, which is just crazy.
You'll be better next year too.
Oh, I think so. I don't think I'll ever be back to where I was. But then I might not have anyway, because you start getting old. What are you going to do?
That's it.
Wow.
Hold on, let me mute that. There you go.
Oh,
Cassie, I muted your mic. Cassie, I muted your mic for a second. Where'd she go? Okay, there you are. All right. So,
My son can scream. He's got incredible lungs.
don't they
I
all?
apologize in advance.
No, that's all right. And listen, there's
Yes.
something I don't normally get on my channel is the sound of young children. So it's refreshing to see some younger people. You know, look. We got two younger women on here tonight that aren't. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we got no Peter here tonight. We got no Greg.
Peter's still sick, I guess.
Yeah, maybe he is. Yeah. Well, you know, that's one of the things that happens when you're dealing with the public.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep it. It's like having kids. You're trying to stay healthy when you got kids. They go to school all day, which is an incubator for virtually everything that crawls, and then they bring them all home to you and say, "Kiss me, mommy," and here you are, flu.
I'm amazed I didn't get anything from Hack Your Health.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everybody was so healthy there.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I got it. I got when
I think
when
we're on
went
our
to-
third or fourth wave of cold.
Yeah, I got something from one of those deals I went to when I was around. I think I got something after the kilt deal in February. Yeah,
Yep.
and then I had the stroke right after that.
That's right.
Turi says, "Where's Tuka?" I don't know. It's kind of late. 8 o'clock here is like 3 a.m. in Finland, so it's kind of late. Kind of late for Tuka.
Yeah, it's because the monkey.
Super tune. Wow, I got to get used to these names. Jem says she thinks Peter is sick.
He is.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's okay. We were getting
Yeah, I'm
kind
trying to
of sick.
see on my phone if there's a way where I can see the chat.
There,
I don't know if I can do it. I'm afraid if I try to press the buttons on my phone
Yeah.
to see the chat, I'm gonna like hang up.
Well,
I don't know if I can do it.
no, don't do it. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. We're talking about attendance and who is that? Oh, Linda Price. I don't know why they decided to change the way they present the names, but I just got to the point where I could recognize them in dark green. Now I have to try to read them again. 70 is decent for a Saturday night. Yeah, not bad. I normally get, but all the attendance across the board to all these live streams and YouTube things in the Carnivore seems to be down. And the number of views on these videos seems to be down. So it is what it is.
That's because everyone feels guilty because they're eating holiday, this, that, and the other. They've concluded that they're gonna probably eat Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving, so they're just gonna like spend a week of eating whatever they want, and then they'll go back to the carnivore diet.
Well, that's not a good idea.
You know,
Not a
bloat
good
it up
idea.
10 or 15 pounds. No.
Yeah, the holidays
it's not.
usually do a lot of people in.
There is another live on now, too, you know.
Oh, really? Who is it?
Oh, our popular friend, Mr. Carey.
Oh, I gotta go. See you guys.
He was. Wait a minute. He was on Thursday, and I moved to 8 o'clock Thursday, so that he could have 7, and now he's on opposite me Saturday at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
What am I going to do? I mean, he's as entitled as I am.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're here.
Yeah, he's as entitled as I am. But no, is he on every day, every night?
No, I think this is the first time I've seen him pop on.
Well, you know, I like the guy. Got nothing bad to say about him. He's doing a lot. You know, a hell of a lot more than I want to do. That's for
right.
sure. I don't want to be making documentaries. I don't want to be, you know, trying to fix the whole world. Yes, Curry is live. I'd rather be here, says Sandy Blythe.
Mm-hmm.
Curry who? I said Marksy. Homestead How. That's Homestead How. That's great. Just do you, Mitch. Yeah, I gotta say this. More power to my love Kerry. I mean, he's. We always have a great time when we get together. We've done a number of lives together. Seen him in person, and met him at. He came to one of my meetups here in Melbourne, and I saw him in down at Kelsey's. No, he's a great guy. I just, all right. Let me get my phone here. Let me call off the hit. Okay, can you give me a second? Just text. Got to text to my hitman and cancel the hit. Cause, okay. I got a hitman on speed dial.
Ah, there you go.
Oh yeah. Doesn't everybody?
Well, I don't have a hitman, but I do have a wild animal.
Outside.
To hide from you guys.
I used to joke about it. I used to tell people that I had a couple of Cubans on retainer down in Miami. I used to say, they're cheap, but they get the job done. Don't take offense at that, Rick.
Oh, I don't.
Do you have
Well,
a
I have a
Cuban?
shovel. I have a shovel. No, I have a shovel. I keep a shovel on my porch, for intruders.
Oh yeah, yeah, and some crosses in your
Or
front
wild
yard
dogs.
too. Yeah. Oh, okay. Rick, are you Cuban descent?
I am part Cuban, yes.
Part Cuban, and where else?
Well, I'm a combination. On the Cuban side, it's like French and Spanish, and on the other side is Hungarian and German.
Oh, really? Really? I have some Hungarian, and my grandfather was Hungarian. My Eastern Europe. I'm all Eastern Europe, way back.
My mother's, their last name was Szabo, Szabo.
Oh, Zabo, yeah, Zabo, yeah.
Very unusual name.
Yeah, in fact, I knew someone with that name a long time ago. Her name was Linda. That was her last name, Scabl.
Mm-hmm. They lived in Ohio.
Well, you guys are all chatting up a storm tonight. I'm glad to see that. I was at the Tampa meetup. Super Tune says, I was at the Tampa meetup and saw you there, Mitch, but I didn't know you or your channel then. I brought my mom with me to help her understand this way of eating. She's ketovore now. How about that? Yeah, there was a lot of people. You talking about the Kilts meetup in February in Tampa? There were a couple hundred people there. It was had a good size. That was one was in done with Kerry and his crew. So
Kiltz was talking about another meetup in December or something.
yeah, I know. He had talked about that. I haven't talked. I need to give him a call. Well, if I could ever track him down, the guy's so busy.
Mm-hmm.
But last time I talked to him, he invited me to come down to his house in Sarasota for that one, sometime in December, middle of December.
Mm-hmm.
And but then I haven't talked to him since. So I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to make your
Okay.
These are long days. These are long days.
Oh, do you want to hear my carnivore theme song? Since for that awkward silence.
Sure, why not? Go ahead.
Okay, so this is my part. Yeah. Okay, so I have this very obnoxious theme song that's in a lot of my videos. Carnivore diet. You can do it too. I believe in you. I believe in you. You don't have to be sick and tired. You don't have to be sick and tired. I believe in you. I believe in you.
That's cool. What's and your channel name?
Yeah.
Tell us all your channel name again.
Right now is Primitive Farm Mom.
Primitive
Farm Mom.
Farm
It was
Mom.
Carnivore Farm Mom, but I do a lot of, yeah. But I wanted it to accompany like doing a lot of farmy things too. So I just, anyways, I've switched it like 10 times. I know it's really annoying, but that's what it
It's tough.
currently is.
And where do you
Yeah.
where do you live? Where is your farm? Where do you live?
We're in Oregon, so we're on we're halfway between Medford and Roseburg in Oregon, and we're up in the mountains. We're on 38 acres.
Oh
We
wow.
were on a 50-acre farm, but when my husband's heart gave out, we kept trying to contract, which is what we did for work, and but we just couldn't hold on. Our mortgage was like $3,500 a month, because we bought in '07, when prices were up really high, so we paid hefty interest. And so we hung on, and then finally barely got out from underneath the fire there and got that farm sold and bought this place in cash. And it had no utilities, no running water. No, the toilets weren't working, they were clogged, and the county had disconnected the electrical and disconnected the well. And so we spent the last year with my husband in bed half the time, sick from heart and kidney disease, trying to get the utilities back up and running. I've never
Wow.
been so grateful to have a washer and dryer in my life.
Wow. Wow.
So
Roughing it.
we don't have any animals right now, but we've had I've done chickens, poultry, dairy, meat cows, horses, but mostly a lot of ducks and geese. Some as
Ducks.
pets and some just as livestock. Yeah, yeah, ducks. Yeah, we've had up to like 80 ducks at a time. We had a really big pond there in front of our house that we dug out. That was on the spring. Here we have a small spring-fed pond, but we haven't put any animals in there yet. We have 3 geese that have survived that we've had for about 10 years. So we're kind of like at a weird place. We've never not had any animals. But I definitely want to, get back to having my own chicken eggs. It's really weird. I go and I buy the 60, the box of 60, at Walmart of chicken eggs. And I'm grateful to have eggs, but they don't taste the same as chicken eggs. Even with generic feed, a chicken egg from my backyard is going to taste way better than than those $8 carton of eggs, that you get at the store. So there's a part of me that really misses having animals, and there's a part of me that's really grateful for the break, because when I'm looking at foreclosure and my husband's been in bed sick for 3 months and I don't know how I'm going to feed my kids, the last thing I want to do is worry about how I'm going to feed my chickens, or my horses. So I'm kind of enjoying the break from the animals, but it's something I'm going to get back into.
Well, I hope things level out for you up there. Hope things work out for
He
you.
said he hopes things level out for us. Yeah. Yeah.
See,
Well,
Kathy's
we're working on the
here.
coop right now. Yeah, I'm getting that cleared out. Our coop was a real mess when we first moved in. I think they had I don't know if they had cats in there or dogs in there, but there was a bunch of tuna cans. It was just a mess. It was just gross. I would never want to raise an animal in there. So getting that cleaned up, and then I need to have a covered run, because out here with all the critters, there's no way that chickens are going to survive. They absolutely have to have a cover on them.
Oh, you got coyotes and such where you are.
Bobcat, mountain lion. We have
wow.
BML land behind us. There's nothing but BML land. And so we have elk here. We have wild turkeys. I tried to grow a little garden. Not for myself because I was doing the carnivore diet, but for my kids and my husband, because they still eat that stuff. And all the wild turkeys just devoured my garden. They absolutely devoured it. So we've been trying to fence around, create a garden space that's safe for them.
Where I used to, where I
I
lived
managed to
in
not.
Go ahead. Okay, I was going to say where I lived
Sorry.
in Orlando.
No, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, I interrupted you. That's the problem with these things, is a little delay, and then you figure if somebody stops and you start and you talk over each other. But I was going to say, when I lived in north of Orlando, we lived in a place called the River Basin, and it was wildlife kind of preserve, big wooded area, and we had deer that would just we'd find them and we'd see them in our backyard. You know, they weren't the kind of deer you could walk up to and pet, like where my son goes camping, but they would eat the hell out of our landscaping. I mean, we would put in all this expensive landscaping, and then we'd drive up at night, and there they were in the garden munching on the landscaping, and you know that's where the old deer in the headlights, you know, expression came from. They'd freeze, and we couldn't. It was terrible. And there was nothing you could do about it. Nothing you could do about it. So I imagine out there in the hills in Oregon, you got more critters than we had in our neighborhood in Orlando.
Our bus stop for the kids, for the girls, they're in first grade. It's a mile to the bus stop, so I drive them there, and I see fox and deer. I mean, there isn't one trip where I don't see either a fox or a deer or a skunk. I've never seen so many foxes in my life. I mean, sometimes I see 5 different foxes on the mile stretch to and from the
Wow.
bus stop.
Wow.
I mean, it's kind of the same environment that we had a couple hours away where our other farm was, but there seems to be more wildlife here because we're in the back of a box canyon. And there's a little cluster of people, but it's much more remote. I mean, if there's a fire here, we're gonna go jump in the pond because there's only one way out. I mean, it's pretty remote, which was kind of an awkward thing to do. I mean, when your health is suffering, and the doctors tell you you've got no time left. You know, most people go and they move into a retirement home, but not my husband. He wanted to move out as far from anything as he could. So, but apparently this place was owned by a bank robber from the 30s.
Oh, cool.
Who bought it with his aunt's money, not with the bank robber money that he got 30 years after he got out of prison. So I don't know what the truth is about that, but he lived to be 90. He was 90 when he left this place, and it used to be 180 acres, and I guess they sold off chunks of it, but they liked this chunk of land the best, I think because of the spring. So I have a lot of videos where I bring people down into the spring, and you know, and people go like, "Oh, you're gonna die because you're drinking spring water. Have you had that tested?" You know, and you know, we did have it tested, but I knew from our last spring that it can take 2 or 3 weeks for your body to adjust to any natural bacteria that's in that water. And I've never had a problem with it. So it's been really nice to be able to incorporate that with the carnivore diet because I don't need probiotics. I don't need to go, you know, I mean, I like yogurt. I like the taste of it, but I don't feel like I need to go do things with ferments because I already have that water. So I'm grateful for that.
Well,
you know,
that's
if
cool.
crud hits the fan, I've got water and I've got heat. Yeah, I've got wood stove heat. So,
Well, listen,
yeah.
guys, it's coming up on 9 o'clock, and I'm bound and determined to get out of here at 9 tonight. So I want to thank everybody for coming. It was great to see some new faces in here.
Thank
and I
you
hope
for
come
letting
back.
me ramble.
Oh, our pleasure. And, you know, you generated a lot of people talking about, you know, you didn't read the chat, but you can watch the replay of this and look at the chat because there were a lot of people were
appreciate
commenting.
you.
Oh, well, we appreciate you all too. I certainly do. So listen, I'll let you guys, I'm going to play a little happy music. And I will see you all on Monday morning for morning coffee at 9 o'clock. Aaron, take care. You all say goodbye. Don't go, Mitch, says Tim. Okay, just hit the leave button, or I will leave them and say goodbye. Rick, see you, buddy, and that leaves me. And say goodbye to Cassie. I still see you in the green room there. You can hit the leave button. Bye-bye. Cassie's still talking. She's still there. See that? You're still there. I see it. Yep, up there. She's going, okay. Oh, that was great. That was great. I was glad to see everybody here tonight. And have to have a little word with Curry. Nah, not really. That's the problem. That's what's going on in our community here. There's just too many But none of us have any more right to it than anybody else. That's for sure. So if we have to do it and have less attendance, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. So my friends, until Saturday morning, I think the music's about to end. I will take another sip of my electrolytes. Here it comes. And tell you all, take the rest of the day off and eat meat.